Most players in Final Fantasy XIV don't raid. So what are they actually doing all day? Because I used to think raiding was the game, and that really is just not the case. Now, I started playing in Shadowbringers and did all the Savage raid tiers and 3 ultimates before I stopped earlier in Dawntrail, and truthfully, I expected to get bored and quit. But instead, I realized I've been ignoring like 80% of this game. So if you don't raid, or you're thinking about quitting raiding but don't know what that means for you, then this video is for you. The first void I needed to fill was the sense of progression. But this comes in so many forms, and the first thing I had to do was break the link I had with progression and bosses' HP bars. So some examples of progression that's hooked me are things like Relic Weapons. Do you know how many Relic Weapons that exist in this game? And they have some of the most unique looks, but for the most part, it's locked behind a gauntlet of things you need to do. You cannot just get them any other way. So if you're wanting them to show off that badge of honor, get grinding. And honestly, some of it is worth it because I needed those kettlebells and I got those kettlebells. Or even logs. And no, not the kind you're thinking of. For my completionists out there looking for their next FFXIV, a fleshed out logbook. There's literally a whole section dedicated to just logs. So pick one. Once you start cleaning them off and checking them off one by one, it just sort of clicks into place. But the thing which has me locked in, achievement hunting. Seeing that number go up hits a high I didn't even know existed. When you load into the game, it literally shoves things for you to do, and I just got so used to closing it down, I never took notice of it. I'm currently working on my mentor achievements, and it has been an experience. So if you're into the chaotic vibes, make sure to check out that series too. Because the truth is, progression still exists in this game. You just have to learn to stop chasing boss clears and damage numbers and start chasing quite literally everything else. And if progression isn't really your jam, enter the Eurasian War Street. Making guild. Now, I'll be the first to put my hand up and say this is something I've never really taken a huge interest in, but it is undeniably huge. I cannot tell you the amount of times I've rocked up to buy a new piece of glamour jet black, because yes, I'm a basic hoe, and been immediately humbled with how much it costs. Some players literally treat Final Fantasy XIV like an economy simulator, and honestly, once you understand the market board and its trends, it's weirdly addictive. And everyone has that one friend in their circle who just has that mafia laundromat money. You could be that friend. And then the real end game, looking good. The thing everyone talks about, Glamours. I've seen people spend more time on an outfit than they have spent learning Savage. In fact, there's been times I've had static members ask to leave an instance because they need to update their glam, and honestly, valid. With the new updates to the Glamour system 7.4, you had better be clicking try on onto everything you see, because once you have that one piece of glam that you just click with, it's game over. You'll find yourself crawling through the pits of hell to get that one headpiece. But the hardest thing is definitely the mentality shift you have to have. Because this game has tons of things to offer. And if you're like me and you're coming from another MMO, or maybe this is just your first one, the game never really tells you to stop and smell the roses. It forces us down this path that we sometimes think is the only one. But the truth is, Final Fantasy XIV is meant to be a game that we make our comfort game, whatever that may mean to us. Raiding is just one version of it, but it is not the version most people are playing. So if you've ever felt like you're playing the game wrong by not raiding, you're actually playing it the way most people do. And if you're wondering how to get into all of that, well, that's a journey I'm starting too, so buckle in.